Have you tried turning it off and on again? Hi everyone, Leo Notenboom here for askleo.com. Here's a question I honestly got some time ago. It seems like every time I call tech support line for my software, operating system, or even my broadband connection, the first thing out of the technician's mouth is reboot. Or worse yet, power down for a while. What does that have to do with anything? And why does it work? It does kind of seem like magic, doesn't it? A computer's acting up, you reboot it, and poof, things are better again, at least for a while. It gets even weirder when you achieve the same effect just by powering it down and pulling the cord for a while. It's so well known that it's become a meme from a popular television show. Let's consider the magical mess that is software. Jerry Fouts was a friend and an expert in the design of power supplies. Many years ago, he provided an interesting write-up on unplugging the power as perhaps the single most effective electronics troubleshooting technique. The topic came up in a discussion when I recommended power cycling a router, unplugging it, waiting 30 seconds, and then plugging it back in as a way to resolve a connectivity problem. Electronic components can get into odd states. And as Jerry points out, power cycling forces the equipment to completely reset and restart from a known good state. Same's true for software. Software is incredibly complex these days, and it uses and touches lots and lots of different things on your computer. The longer it runs, the more it impacts. Memory is used, released, and fragmented. Programs open, read, and write local and temporary files to disk, and then there's the hardware, video cards, networking adapters, mice, keyboards, and other peripherals, all being accessed continuously. As a result, any of those, and perhaps all of them, can end up in states that cause problems. It shouldn't be that way, of course, and the inherent quality of the software and/or hardware plays a huge role. But the bottom line is, it happens. Software can get confused over time. And those technicians who ask you to reboot your device, they do so because it works much more often than you might imagine. Power cycling restores all the hardware to a known state. A reboot restores all the software to a known state. Well, mostly known state. Temporary files, installed files, registry changes, and more are still going to remain, of course. That's why in extreme cases, a reformat and reinstall is a recommended solution. It returns even those things to a known state. The router problem that started this discussion? Well, like many devices these days, routers are really small single-purpose computers. They often run a variation of an operating system you've heard of, Linux. Their internal memory tracks a variety of information relating to the network connections they manage. The longer they run, the more likely it is that something will create a problem. It could be hardware-related, as explained in Jerry's article, or something in the software, like I've outlined above. In any case, I typically reboot my own router every few months. It's become a mantra in my household. When in doubt, reboot. It's truly surprising how many problems just go away when you do. For updates, for comments, for links related to this topic and more, visit askleo.com/2434. I'm Leo Notenboom, and this is askleo.com. Thanks for watching.